Hey, everybody, what is going on? Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Inner Truth Collective podcast. I'm your host, Melissa Claudio Gorecki. I say Claudio, and I honestly, oof, that was rough. My bad. I didn't mean to even say it. I didn't even mean to say it, and I did. My bad. My bad. My bad. Well, anyways, Melissa Gorecki. Let me reintroduce myself. Melissa Gorecki. Claudio was my maiden name. Was my married name. Gorecki is my maiden name. Moving forward, I have my co-host, my fiance, Andrew Washington. Welcome.
Hey.
I am happy you're here. I am sorry I just butchered the whole beginning of this show.
Chopped it.
But here we are.
Like again tonight.
Here we are, though. It's cool. My bad.
What's happening? How's everybody doing?
Anyways, so as we're sitting here, and I want to crawl under the table, and I want to apologize to you because that was just so crappy. So I apologize on national everything right now to you, my love, for using my married name instead of my maiden name. I am sorry.
I'm here for you, girl.
I know, but that was just not good. It wasn't good. So I want to say sorry out loud. So now that we got that embarrassing moment out of the way,
Solley's probably dying.
Solley is probably crying in the back because I know I am on the inside. So
dying.
Tonight we have Solley with us, Solley Sellers Jr. So we met Solley when we were out in Pennsylvania. So we went out there. We were at Laughing Stock Comedy Club, and it was the first time that I was going to be working with Keenan Presents. So let's bring Solley out so you can get a taste of the kind of people we met, the funny people that we met when we did work with Keenan Presents. So let's bring Solley out right now. Let me add him to the stage.
Hey, welcome, Solley.
Hello.
Hey, you almost ended the show before it started.
Well, I twitched a little bit, but I wasn't going to run out.
Awkward. Oh.
I know. I fucked it all up. I know. I wanted to shut the whole fucking thing off. Did you see my face? That I wanted to actually die. It was terrible.
I was about to say thank y'all for coming out. The podcast is canceled due to the fact that I'm strangling this woman right now. We can't post them live choking her right now.
Today is Keep Your Composure Day. That was the second time.
I
first
saw
time
that.
Ran me in jail.
And I was laughing my ass off. Like, oh my God. Yeah, even I knew you just said the wrong name. I was like, oh.
Well, because you want to know something? I was so thrown off because I'm looking at the time. We're talking in the back, and I'm in the middle of having a conversation with you guys, everybody. And then we come out, and I'm like thrown off anyway. And I don't know why it came out, to be honest. I don't know why. Yeah. I have no idea why it popped out. But I can't change that it did. So
next.
My bad.
Right, you move on. But yeah, we met at the.
Since you had to talk about it, Solley.
Yeah, we met about it. So we'll move on. So yeah, I met you guys for the very first time out there in Pennsylvania at the Keenan Presents. Was doing this stuff up there. I believe Rich Carucci was the host that night.
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Rich.
Shout out to Rich, and shout out to Keenan and Cherie. So. Yep. We got to talking, and I really liked your vibe, and I liked your sets, and I liked the magic. So I was like, hey, this is a cool couple right here, easy going, want to talk to. And I'm just like that, and I was up there supporting another comic. I wasn't even performing that night. But people who know me, they was like, oh man, I'm always seeing you at this comedy show or that comedy show. Sometimes you just got to show the face. Mm-hmm. You always got to perform. And then other comics see you, and they'll be like, "Hey, don't I know you? Yeah, man, I see you on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you like everywhere. You grinding. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, you're supposed to be.
Yeah, in everybody's face out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And networking is so powerful, and I know that you know that. So I see you out and about everywhere. So tell us a little bit about the different places where you have performed lately. Like where's your last performance? Where have you been? Like,
okay, so let's backtrack a little bit to April of last year, where we all linked up at the Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club for the first it was the first ever Keenan Presents Pop-Up Comedy Festival. And that was great. Okay. You had 2 different nights. Well, it actually had 3 nights, but you had so many comics on. And it was like, wow, you watching everyone's set and you networking. I'm gonna throw a couple of names out, so I don't want them to get mad. I don't remember CJ Blast, C Bear, Natasha Face, golly, who else was out there?
Solley. What's that guy's what's that guy's name? For real. What is his name?
That's
your man. Oh,
Triple
gosh.
P.
Triple P.
For real.
Triple P is a nut, man.
Yo,
listen,
he's still
into a coffee cup.
Yeah, he's killing it. He's doing this thing. I believe it's the Dallas Improv. He's always at that open mic, and then he does his skits on Instagram. So, and again, for you people out there, I need follows. Follow me on Solley Instagram, because now it doesn't matter if you're funny or not. It doesn't matter. It matters. They want to know if you can put butts in the seats. They want to know if you can put butts in the seats.
Well, that's one of our problems with the comedy world is that a lot of people are getting opportunities, and it's not because they're funny. So it's because that they have they can bring 12 people to a show. And that's just shitty for me.
Right. Well, a lot of places, a lot of clubs, just want you to be able to have a following. So Melissa's doing it right. I see her on TikTok. I see it's going to catch fire, even though they're canceling TikTok, on the 19th? So you won't even see.
They're not going to really cancel it.
Well, they say they are, but like I said, it's doing the right thing. Now you have the podcast, and trust me, all you need is one person, someone to come on, and it catches fire. And next you know, she got 1 million views.
But did you see, though? I just got a thing. I got a little email on TikTok from TMZ. So they asked me to go on TMZ Live. So I'll be on there Tuesday.
Okay. So there you go. I'm going to try to make sure I'm watching. Yeah, no, get on it, because
it's crazy.
That's what and then you're going to see, once her follows go up, you'll get the show.
Yes.
That's just the way it goes right now. And plus, you got to have other comics of ilk to vouch for you. So you just keep grinding. I'm grinding.
How can somebody that's not as funny as me vouch for me being funny?
Don't get caught up whether the person's funnier than you or not, because you have to worry about you. That's all. I don't even get caught up in that anymore. What's meant for you is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? What God had.
Did it used to be a thing for you? Because it was like for me, I never gave a flying shit what anyone else was doing. I never deterred from what I was doing because someone else said, don't do it like that. Yeah. Did you ever have a moment where you changed who you were for like other people? Did you ever have that happen for you?
Like in my younger days, when you're, in between 20 and 28, of course you want to follow and get along. And then you just decided like, hey, you know what? I'm going to have to worry about me right now. I got to be a little selfish. And I would say, don't feel guilty about being selfish when you have to, okay, I'm going to hit 10 mics this weekend. I'm going to hit 10 open mics this weekend. This week for the week, right? I'm going to hit 10 for the week. And I'm going to go, I know it's a bringer, but I got 5 people that steadily come to one of these shows, and I'm going to do it because I'm doing it in front of the talent agency now. So I would say save your bringers for that's going to be in front of someone that can book you, or you can get a residency. You know what I'm saying? In my little short 3 years doing this, I'm just grinding. I'm not doing anything special because let's go back. We did the Vegas thing, come around. The second time in November, I did Keenan Presents again in Las Vegas. And this time I won to get the extra minutes. They did a vote from the audience. So the audience voted me to get 4 more minutes. You know how it was. We get 2 minutes on stage.
Right.
We got 2 minutes to just like get to your jokes and prove to Nyla and prove to Cherie and all that. And this time they left the vote up to the audience. I got 4 extra minutes. When I got the 4 extra minutes, came back out, killed it. Now this time they do Radiant TV. So I won the spot to go on Radiant TV because I won. That Sunday, I got on television. So I'm on Radiant TV, and I got to sit down interview with Cherie. Okay.
Nice.
That's cool, Solley, man. Good for you.
So someone saw that. Now here's the grind. Someone saw that. They give me a call when I get back. Say, hey man, I want you to host at Levity Live. Mel Hancock. A big shout out to Mel Hancock. He runs the open mic at Levity Live. I love Mel. Calls me. Hey man, you want to host? I'm like, he said, are you coming up to Levity Live on Friday? I said, yes. He goes, you want to host? I'm thinking he asking me to host the open mic. He's like, no, I want you to host Mark Curry, hanging with Mr. Cooper, Mark Curry.
Nice.
I was like, hold up, man. Mark, I'm a host and bring out Mark Curry. He was like, yeah, man. I said, dude, I never hosted before. He said, yo, I'm watching you. You always come to the open mics. You're funny. Don't worry about it. You'll be good. And
nice.
Boom, I'm up there. So I get the money. I got paid for both shows. It was my first big comedy club check. I got it. Framed it. I framed it. You know, I did that.
Photocopy and cash that.
Levity Live. I'm not cashing that. And I took the picture and mobile deposited with the picture.
Oh, yeah.
And I framed the check because that's the first one I got from a well-known comedy club.
Nice.
That's good for you, man.
And Mark was incredibly. I couldn't believe it. Here's a guy that's been in the game over 30 years. And he was so cool to be around. You know what I'm saying? And people typing in the chat because I asked some people to come in the chat.
Yeah, somebody want to know they didn't get their half of the check. You better stop talking about your money.
You get no half of no check. Who is that?
Clay Coleman. Clay Coleman was.
Oh, that's that. All right. Shout out to Glay. She's my personal manager, and she's not getting shit. She's at a disadvantage. She's in North Carolina, and that's my heart. She's backing me from day one, and she's like, I had to tell her we're doing the podcast tonight. She's like, really? I was like, you're a great manager. You don't even know what your guy's doing. Where's you gets no check, honey. You gets no check. Not until you start getting me book places, but she stays on top. So I do the show, and people are like, how you get there? How you get that? I'm like, I'm just grinding. I didn't talk, I don't know anybody. I'm not talking to anybody. People see you. That's all I'm gonna say. People see you. My secret of how I'm doing stuff is staying with me. I'm done with that whole trying to pull people with me because you get disappointed when you try to help people come along and then they act like it's not going for them or something happened and they ain't happy for you. All of a sudden it's a problem. So I just said, now I got to, we'll be selfish, but this already happened. So I can tell you how to happen. Somebody, hey man, we see you everywhere. We see you busting your butt. You're going here, you're going there. I've been told by people in there, keep working. You're not there just yet, but we're watching. I'm never telling you who told me that, but these are people that can put me on, like literally get me on networks. So I'm gonna keep doing what they're saying, and then hopefully they tap me on the shoulder, or I'm in the right place at the right time, and they say, "Hey, we think you're ready. We'll you're in." So I also did Keenan Presents again, the New Year show at the Showboat in Atlantic City. Matt Bridgestone was the host. and I did that, and that was spectacular.
Nice.
That was on Radiant TV. They went from Atlanta, Chicago, Las Vegas, and Jersey. They were skipping back and forth to all the shows. They have a real good deal with Radiant TV out there in Las Vegas, and they have the Comedy Caravan. So you can download that Radiant TV on your phone or on your smart TV. And now when I do the show down in Atlanta, so here go the next big thing I'm doing. And you breaking the exclusive. I'm driving to Georgia to be at the Atlanta Comedy Theater for the Keenan Presents VIP comedy show, right?
Nice.
I'm going live on Instagram for the whole 13-hour drive to Atlanta. So people want to take the ride with a brother. You want to be in a car, hear what kind of music. Here's your chance to get to know the Grey Ghost.
Yeah, get them to help pay the
chance to get to know the real me and know this is how comics got around. Comics are grinding. I'm a grinder. And people like, man, I would do this, I would fly. I said, listen, the reason why I'm on the road is because this is how you get your material. From people you pass, people you meet, the drive, the experience. I'm going to have probably another 20 minutes of material just from the drive.
Easy.
And I'm being there with my fellow comic, Des DeShawna. She's on Instagram. DES Shauna. She gets mad when I mess that up, but she's going. And our good friend Diane, who's like she's like our cheerleader. She's down for me and Des. And they're like, yeah, can I go with y'all in the car? I'm like, yeah, you take off from work and you want to ride down? So we're gonna ride down. Literally do the show, stop at welcome signs, but it's gonna be the whole time, so you can fall asleep and come back and still see me driving.
That's cool. You'll definitely get some material. One of my favorite jokes that I tell is because I was driving down south and I saw a sign that said Lynchburg, and I made up a whole see how easy it is. Yeah, so I made up a nice little joke about Lynchburg, and that's what and my NASCAR joke from being down in the Carolinas. So you definitely get a lot of material just from observing what you see. We were in Washington and saw that bump that I forgot what it says now, but there was somebody's license plate cover that said something, and it was a high school. It was like offensive as hell.
Oh, it was
and I went on stage and talked about it that night. Like,
even
material. It's for me bonding with the other comic, with Des in the car with me. It's a bond. It'll strengthen our bond, and you get material from this stuff. It's a grind. It's not given. Plus, I'm showing people this is not given to me. I'm not in anyone's camp. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in this person's camp. Like, oh, he only got on because he was in such and such his camp, or he knew her, the comic. No. This is plain old Solley Sellers going out here grinding,
Well, that's what I like about you, Solley. Like, you, from the time we met you, you've been grinding. It's like every week we see you put on some video. You're putting out some content. You're taking a history of the trip in Vegas. Like, you did day one. You took us through the whole trip to the airport. You took us through the airport. You took us into the hotel. And that's stuff that people aren't doing. So that's big for you to be doing that and understanding that that's part of the game.
Well, it's good to see the big comics, they showing themselves on stage, but I'm showing the people the stuff you don't see, that grind, that how to get to the club, how you get into the club, if the flight is canceled, if you got bumped from the flight, if your badge, your luggage get lost. You know what I'm saying? They can see you on stage and think you having a good time. Did you make it backstage? Are you allowed backstage? Can anybody of your friends come backstage? And it's great. Oh, just to backtrack, with I got to give Mark Curry his props. The open mic goes on sometimes during the show. So in between the first show, we ended the first show, I asked Mark, could he come talk to the open micers at Levity Live? And he did. He made their day. Not only did he speak to him, he asked him to do a lightning round. He said, do a minute and let me see what you can do in a minute.
Wow.
So everybody got up in a minute, but I thought he was clowning, right? But let me show you how professional he was. After everybody sat, he remembered their jokes and helped them punch the joke up. Can you imagine that Mark Curry, one of the all-time GOATs, people been doing comedy, had his own TV series, you know, been on Def Jam, and he's helping you with your jokes, and he don't know you from Adam?
Yep.
That was great. And I took a chance. People don't understand. Most guys would have been like, "Oh man, it's Mark Curry. I'm not gonna ask him. I'm too scared." I'm asking Cat Williams. I'm asking Curry. I'm asking Alicia D. Listen, I'm asking talent. I love talent. I love talent. Let me tell you why I love talent. First time I met talent, he was like, "Yo, it's easy to come up and talk to me." I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Talent, you the guy that it's just comedy, you know, Def Jam guy. You're a GOAT." Easy to talk to him. And Mike Ross. Mike Ross he's up and coming in Jersey. He is a funny comic. He's at the NJ Pack in New Brunswick. He gets the Stress Factory in New Brunswick whenever he wants. They like him like that. He saw me and said, "Hey man, you want to do about 15 minutes on my show? I see you everywhere. I see your hustle. I like your hustle." And that's how I got on that show. People were like, "How you get the Stress Factory?" I said, the guy see me. He sees me out here really hustling. I'm not talking trash about nobody. I don't. Honestly, your jokes are your jokes. Your comedy is your comedy. I'm not concerned with. If you're funny, I want to come up behind you. I want the smoke. People like,
I want to know you if you're funny.
Yeah, I want the smoke.
See, that's the thing. Like, for me, if you're funny, I want to be around you because iron sharpens iron.
Yes, iron sharpens.
But then you get these people that are like, "Oh shit, they're funny." We don't want to hang out with them because they're going to be funnier than us. Meanwhile, everyone is their own funny. You can't be funny like me, like I can't be funny like you guys. It's not the same.
Okay, here's how the grind worked for me. The people that started Def Jam, Bob Sumner and his brother Reggie Sumner, and then Tina Graham, the godmother of, Def Jam, the godmother. Because I'm grinding, going open mics, I step into an open mic in Linden, and Bob Sumner runs it. Here's the guy that literally started Def Jam, Def Comedy Jam. And I don't know, I'm at his thing. I'm just talking. And then one night I'm doing an open mic at a weed spot in the middle of downtown Newark. And Tina Graham is sitting in there with another comedian who happens to be my cousin, Rated G, and I didn't even know him. I got to meet her. I don't know who she is. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like, wow, they're like, "You don't know who that is?" I'm like, "That's Tina Graham, the godmother of comedy." And listen, this is what I'm saying. This is how grinding works. You don't know who's ever going to be in the audience. You never know who's watching. You just got to keep doing the shows. Keep doing the shows. And don't listen to people. Don't listen to people. "Oh, I don't do that. I don't mess with that." Listen, you got to go where these people, sit with people, know people. And I'm telling jokes. I want to make people laugh. I'm in it for the laughter because we're going to need it here in the next 4 years. I'm trying to bring some. We're going to need it. We got drones flying around, aliens coming out. You know what I'm saying? It could be the end of California's on fire. Listen, people.
New Jersey has a volcano. Did you know that?
Who has a volcano?
So apparently, in New Jersey, there is a volcano, and it's active right now. You have to Google the details. I don't know the details. I just know what I.
You done made him scratch his head.
Because
I lived in Jersey my whole life. I didn't know we got Mount Vesuvius in the back.
What timeline are we on that New Jersey has a volcano? But there's also like a volcano in the ocean with sharks in it that have lava. It has lava in the ocean. So, I mean, I don't know.
All these things going on. So, listen, comedy is going to combat all that. The aliens
help
take over. Aliens gonna try to take over the world. We're gonna hit them with comedians. Comedians are gonna
Aliens don't want us.
Yeah, we're gonna attack with jokes. Any country trying to invade us, the comics are gonna attack with jokes, and they're gonna leave right away because we know how to be coarse and we know how to hurt feelings when we're on the stage. So we'll just hurt the feelings of the invaders, and they'll be like, you know what, we're done.
I don't know how to hurt
feelings, but the comics are killing us right now.
So let me ask you, Solley, have you ever done a roast?
Yes, I just did a roast battle Saturday at the Stone Dojo in Toms River, and Mike from Delran, he won. And Mike hit me with an overhand right I didn't see coming and just knocked me out. It was so funny. The joke was so funny, I laughed. And when I laughed, I lost. I lose. As soon as I laughed at the joke, it was his last joke. We get 5 each, and he said the last joke, and it was so funny. I lose. Don't worry about it. I got it. I'll be ready for the next one. But that's how a roast goes. You can say the first 3 jokes you say could be the best, and then the guy says his last 2 jokes and just knock you out. And right. Mike won. I'm not mad. I lost to the champ, so I'm good. I'm good. He earned it. He won it. And Saquon, and shout out to Mylene and Manny Rivera, who runs the Stone Dojo in Toms River. And I know I told y'all to get in contact with him, and he told y'all style wasn't his style, but it's a real underground spot where people will let you know if your jokes aren't funny. They will boo. Boo, get out. They won't laugh, and it'd be crickets in there because there's people smoking weed anyway. They're already laid back. So that's already that's our thing. You really got to make a weed head laugh because they're already fucking high.
But that's what you see. So out here, what we do out here, we were having shows at a place, and we would have weed vendors. We had the comics on stage. Everybody smoked, and that's what we were doing. We were doing comedy shows, weed vendor events. Like that's what we were producing out here together.
So,
and then we would do it at regular spots too, but the weed spot was always our shit because
I can't see the comments. I don't see any chat. Anybody?
The what?
I'm trying to see if I can see the.
Oh, in the chat. Can you type in the chat?
Oh, I see it. I see it now. Okay, we W Peeps. Okay, I see my girl Dez is in here. Hey Dez and Glay. And see W Peeps. That's my cousin in Arizona. Talking about
hey everybody.
He's not.
And
he's
if you
not
guys want, you can share this from. If I don't know if you're watching from Facebook or if you're watching. Okay, they're over on YouTube.
Yeah, they're on YouTube.
You can share, but
I gave them the link on YouTube. So I like to pick up the people that come in and say hi. And these are people that
absolutely. No, everybody that takes the time to come and support you. And Solley, that's something that we've noticed with you too, is that, and I don't know if it's just because you've been here a long time on this earth, sir, or if you just happen to know a lot of people, because you have tons of people supporting you. Like, I never seen somebody have so many people fucking show up for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you were in fucking Vegas and had people come to the show in Vegas, and I'm like, I can't get people that live in my town to come. Like, I can't get my family to go anywhere. Like, I can't get nobody to do anything. And I'm like, what the fuck? How does he get everybody?
Glay, keep that to yourself. It went over his head. We don't need your help. Thank you very much.
That's what they said. You called me old. No, I'm 57. I'm 57. I've been around, but I would say the gray hair, I had gray hair since I was 18, so it runs in my family. So people.
Is that why you got gray ghost? Is that where you call it from?
Yeah,
or no?
That's why it's the gray ghost because of the gray hair and everything. But I go to other people's shows.
Wait, no, you both are old, and let's talk about why. Because right before we got on here, when we were in the back in the studio talking, as Solley was lounging in his chair.
Oh, this chair I'm in.
I had Andrew talking about his lounge chair also.
And
where they both exchanged about their naps.
No, we didn't. I don't take naps.
I'm just.
But Solley, I turned 53 yesterday, so I am far from old. if
No,
I'm old,
we're young in spirit. We young in spirit.
No, I'm not even just young in spirit. Look at this skin, man. I'm not old. This shit
Black
is
don't crack.
shining. Like
Black don't crack.
I'm not worried about it.
If I colored my hair and everything, you would think I was probably back in
No,
early
I don't do
40s.
that.
I'm not gonna color him. WP said I don't have gray hair, and he can relate because he's old. I'm like
Deion Sanders. I get
all right,
all the white all up
that's actually my cousin Walter in Arizona, who drove to Vegas with his wife to come see me at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club.
I can't get somebody to drive 6 miles to come see me.
He drove 4 hours up to Vegas to see his cousin. And then, you know, the people I made friends with out in Vegas last time, they came. The Marines, you know, were there again. So I like the support. I just want to get to that 500,000 followers on Instagram. Let's go, people. You're not following the brother. So I'm going to be on the road to Georgia. I'm going to stream that whole thing live for 13 hours, except for when I go to the bathroom. You're not coming in the bathroom with me.
Oh, my God.
When I'm pumping the gas, you'll see me pumping the gas.
You're not dedicated to the cause.
No,
I'm
not. I draw the line right there. I draw the line, you know, and I'm just going. Yeah, she came up from North Carolina to see me and bought twice. She's come up from North Carolina and brought her whole crew to come see me perform. Glay, shout out Glay. Y'all, that's my personal manager who's going to be fired soon because she's not. I gotta go. She's like, you got a show? I'm like, you're supposed to look on my Facebook page once a day to see what I'm doing and tell your friends if I'm close to something. You know, go check my boy out. But you can't.
You know, if you ever need help with your social media, you know that I'm like a social media professional. But anyway.
Yeah, I haven't forgot. As soon as I got one more thing to tape Saturday, and I have the 3 sets I needed, and you got to help me put the EPK together, electronic press kit together.
I told you I'll help you because the EPK, you know, and this is for anybody watching that's a comic or you want to get into acting.
Y'all got to meet Des. Y'all have to meet Des. When we get a chance, you have to meet her. She is so
I would love to.
She is so bubbly. It is. You ever think an angel walking on earth? That's her.
Oh, shucks.
So we'll get a little
rate. And she's a comic. And she connects with the audience on some funny level. And she's performing with me, like I said. Also, 2 other comics from Jersey, Mike Ross and my boy Chris Bacchus. He came out to Vegas with me. And he did his thing. And he's flying down. Because he's doing a show, so he can't ride with us, but he's flying down to Atlanta also perform with us.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Have you been to Atlanta before, or is your first time?
Yeah, I've been down there. They had what they call a Freaknik down there. So me, Uncle Luke, and so when he was like, "Yo, we gonna bring those tapes out," I was like, "Don't bring them tapes out. Look, I might be on."
I should have known.
See what your mom.
Boy, I'm telling you, you know, it's funny because the other day I was watching something about Greek Fest and I was laughing because thank God that people really weren't like using cameras and such like that at the time.
Could you imagine? You couldn't do it now.
Like, thank God nobody documented these things.
You should have saw so many women that are doctors and lawyers now and women in the church. They was like, oh no, Luke, don't put that out, Luke, please. Don't put that out.
Well, could you imagine? Everybody thinks their secret's safe with them, you know. 30 years ago, they were clapping cheeks on the beach, and now their grandkids are like, Grandma, what do you mean?
Where you been? What's face down, ass up, Grandma? What are you doing? Head, head, face down, ass up. That's the way we. Oh my God!
But that's literally. It's a different.
All right, walk later.
It's different now.
Yeah,
I've seen things on the internet lately that I don't know how to explain. I don't know. What did you show me? What was the last thing that we were like, what is this? It was something we looked at yesterday. There's been a lot of internet things that have been pretty unbelievable lately. But Solley, let me ask you something. When you go on stage, do you tend to ever use stuff that's like an up and coming topic? Like, do you talk politics on stage or do you not? Like, what's your.
I steer away from politics. I'm
Mhm.
not. I mean, I might mention something like if like
But
Sleepy
you
Joe
don't go
falling
all in.
asleep, but I don't go all in because I try to comedy. We all sat in that audience because we need to laugh. Now,
Right.
So I'm trying to connect and get a people. I'd rather give you a piece of me so you trust me. So when I'm on the stage, you pretty much going, oh, I can relate to this guy. I'm not trying to push my agenda or my thoughts on the people. I'm just
Right.
letting you, hey, let me let you in the mind of this fucked up person right now. I'm letting you just like, come on in. Don't be scared of what you see in here. It's all fun. My little trauma is going to make you laugh. My little trauma will make you laugh tonight. You look good. You look good, sir. You look good, man. Everything. Now, let me tell you how crazy shit runs in my head. And that's what I shoot for. The topic may be that earthquake. I said something about when the earthquake happened. I recently said because of the fires, because State Farm, they canceled all those policies, and so now when you say like a good neighbor, Jake don't show up. Where's Jake? Jake, my house is on fire. What the fuck going on, Jake? You know what I'm saying? Jake acting like a baby daddy. You can't find him, no child support, no nothing. All of a sudden, Jake went from this great guy to a baby daddy. Like, what happened? So
the ultimate downgrade.
Current events to try to laugh because it's messed up. People losing their homes out there, and it's like people could be dancing, and and the messed up part of my head, all I can start hearing is like the roof is on fire. See, that's the comic right there. It's too soon. I'm sorry. What I'm saying? Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, burn, baby. So
that's for sure.
You're trying to gain followers, man.
Yeah.
So
so many people like I know some people that were like really like affected by that, but I know that
it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy, but it's more of a tragedy though. You need to shoot the CEO from State Farm. I'm sorry. You ain't
but you know what?
CEOs.
They did reverse it. There was a moratorium on
the insurance. They can't cancel it for a year.
Yeah, so whoever was in
how you gonna tell people? Because
they
you saw what it cost them, right? It's gonna cost like $7.8 billion to pay all that out.
But they already have a smart city planned for 2028. So it's kind of weird how they just happen to have all this stuff happen when they already had a plan to do something.
Oh, so
totally
reframing
everything.
Don't everybody. So we're saying that this was a land grab, right? To me, it looks like another land grab. They're going to give those people pennies on the dollar for their homes, and then it's going to be something built out there. The aliens are moving in up there. That's what's happening. The aliens want to move up there. That they set everybody shit on fire. Next, we have aliens living up in them hills now.
They're already living here. They don't need to go to the hills. They're everywhere.
Well, how did State Farm know to try to cancel the thing a month before the fire started?
That's what I mean. Like, did they think it was like so? When I just want to disclaimer this, like when we talk about stuff like this is like
allegedly
for some people this is triggersome.
Yeah.
Even though we know, what we know, like for some people this is triggersome. So just to.
No, shout out to the first responders. Shout out to the people in California who are actually on the ground volunteering. They're volunteering. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's making light of anything. This is serious, obviously, but we're saying like, it's kind of strange.
No, I've seen comics out there. I've seen YouTubers and the Instagram people out there helping and where they can help out. So it's definitely a serious thing. But like I said, all these things going on. You need comics. I want you to come to my show. Okay. I'm in the show, whether I'm up there 10, 20, I'm up to 30 minutes now. Whether for my 30 minutes, I want you to forget about your problems.
Right.
I need you to reconnect to another human being and laugh. Laughter cures a lot of stuff. You should laugh
Yeah.
in your life. Once a day, you should laugh. You'll see as much. You'll feel much better. So if I can get them to forget about their problems, maybe they don't go home and argue with their significant other. Maybe they don't smack their kid around. Maybe they don't commit suicide or something they was thinking, because I got them laughing, letting them know I see what you see, but I just see it on a different level of funny. And my screwed up brain lets me bring that to you. And like I said, I'm letting you win. I'm giving you a piece of me. So this way we connect. Because a lot of you get a lot of hate. I love the hate. You get hate, but for me, I don't mind when comments be thinking I'm not funny. I'm not there for you. I'm for the people in the audience.
Exactly.
Yeah, they only feel that way because they know that you're good, and they see something that they don't feel in themselves.
And knowing your worth too in this game now, you know,
if you know
your worth, if you know your worth, what you should be getting paid, say it. Don't tell, listen to people tell you. If you got a good deal with a producer and he's producing a lot of shows, that producer at that time may only can give you gas money. We've all been there. Oh, you give me gas money, man. I'm coming. I give you $50 this time. Okay, I'm coming. Oh, I can, now all of a sudden you're getting 125, 150 a show. People try to clown you. I'm like, listen, bro, I'm not. If you know your worth right now, that's right now. I got one TV credit under me now. That's Radiant Television. But wait till it says Comedy Central, HBO special. Any other things I can get on here in the future, because I speak it. So it can get it out there, so it can come back to me. Just keep grinding. I don't know. I can't see the future, But if I could write my own future by the end of this year, please, I'll be sitting on the Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon sitting on the couch. If I could write my own.
Why can't you though? Why can't you though?
Next time Def Jam does something, I'm one of the people get picked for like a Def Comedy Jam type show, Or,
but you know what though, Solley? You're out there enough that's going to happen for you, because see, when you're doing big shit, people notice, even though they won't maybe say it to you, they know, and they're watching. People are watching so hard. So it's like you're going to get somebody that's literally like, you know what? Come on, let's go. And that's how it happens for people. And then people are like, well, how'd you do that? Because I didn't quit.
Yeah, you keep going. I got clown. I don't know about y'all, but I got clown. Oh, you're going to fly all the way to Vegas for 2 minutes?
Yeah. Hello. Everybody was like, oh, you guys shouldn't go. It's only a minute. Da, da, da. Okay. That's a minute in front of an audience that you guys will never be able to get in a room with.
Well, remember, it was sold out when we
went. Right?
It was sold out. 300 people in that audience when we performed out there at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. So this is why I give shout out to Keenan and Cherie and the whole 360 comedy people. They get you in clubs that you're not going to get in. I'm on Atlanta Comedy Theater. I did the Stress Factory. I did Jimmy Kimmel's. And because I did them, I wound up at Levity Live in New York. And for a new guy like me, only 3 years in, that's huge for me. It might be some comics see this and be like, oh, that ain't no big deal. But I'm like, yes, I want to do the Laugh Factory and I want to do the improv. If those things are meant for me, it will happen.
Will happen.
She gets, I'm waiting for her to book me on Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, Glenn, I'm waiting for a whole lot of stuff from you.
Solley, I got a question for you. How many, if any, of those people who clowned you about going to Vegas have now been on Keenan Presents?
About 10.
Thank you.
About 10. They
Who's
really
laughing?
trust
Who's
me.
laughing?
I'm going to tell you this. With everything you're trying to do with Keenan, Cherie, and them, you're going to have good and bad. Some clubs, like they had a show with y'all out there in Long Island, it got canceled. So a lot of people got bent out of shape, but that's the business. Sometimes stuff get canceled.
We still got to perform though.
We had to do a different thing. So people might see it as, oh yeah, the show got canceled, but we got to show ourselves and others a different part, because on the spot we were told we could perform at another show at that time, but it was clean comedy. You ever hear me say anything clean?
No.
But yeah, we did clean comedy,
but we both went up there because that's what was presented to us. Here you go. Here's your 10 minutes. And bang, guess what we did? We knocked it out the park. So
and we performed with Gerald Kelly.
Yeah, Gerald. I love Gerald. Yeah.
But a lot of people, they, they're talking shit, it got canceled. But maybe if they would have just said, hey, Rip, can we perform? He would have said, okay, just like he did for us. And people were like, how do you guys keep getting on all this stuff?
Close mouths get fed.
Yeah. So like, and this is for anybody watching too. Like, if you don't know how to find the different things to do, go to Keenan's page. Go on his Instagram. Go to Keenan Presents on his Instagram. Go click on it. It's like a little link tree. Thing.
Click on the
link. It shows you all the shows you can apply yourself. Like, people make this so hard. It's not hard to find shows to get on. Mm-hmm. You just have to look and you have to say, hey, I want to do this. So here, I'm putting myself out there. Like, people are on their couches waiting for people to think they're funny. No, that's not how this works. Like,
it's funny that you brought that up. Oh, we're on the same page. I got a quick story with that. So Cherie needed someone was going to come up and watch the door for her in Atlantic City for the New Year's Eve show, right? The person got sick and couldn't get on the trip, so she called me. Hey, who do I know in Jersey? I was like, well, I'm going to the show and support the guys at the show. And I wound up doing minutes. See, once again, because they know me, they was like, hey, you want to do 5-8 minutes? I was like, sure. And, I wasn't even scheduled to do it with them, but I still got to perform. But I called Dez and said, hey, Dez, there's a chance for you to make some money. And Cherie paid her. I'm not going to put Dez money out there, but trust me, it was enough money to go sit and collect and do some stuff. So now Dez is on Cherie's radar. And now her point contact in Jersey now. So whenever Keenan them throws something in Jersey, and Dad's got the job, it's hers every single time when that comes. And not just because we're cool, she was like, somebody? I said, hold up, I can't do it, but wait a minute, I know somebody. And that's when you have your circle of people that's cool with you, you never know how this is going to come back to you. And for Dez, now Dez is on the show in Atlanta with me. So. And it's the VIP show, and they're putting this one on Radiant TV.
Oh, nice!
They're gonna stream it on Radiant TV, so you're gonna be able to see parts of the show down in the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
That's good.
And I've been like, they're doing the residency. Have y'all seen that? Keenan has a residency now in
Vegas.
In Vegas, and they'll pay for your hotel room and stuff, and if they book you, and I've been on them like, yo, what's up? Brother, want to come back out and work on the Thursday and the Friday night. I need 4 shows, you know what I mean? 2 shows. You do 2 shows on Thursday, 2 shows on Friday at residency, just to have it on your resume, And again, these are things you're trying to get out there. The face, the gray ghost. Easy. How many Solleys do you know that got gray hair calling themselves the Gray Ghost? So I'm easy to remember.
Yeah. Well, you're your own brand. You set yourself apart from it. You're already set apart anyway. But giving yourself even the nickname, having it, sets you apart from people because they're going to remember it. And also, when you connect with people, I can tell because you're that type of person. Like, I know people don't forget you because of how you are. Because when we met you, we stayed in touch with a few people, but really when we went out to Vegas, like, it was just cool to be able to be with someone who also has drive, who also is like, oh, like, I want to do something bigger. And, let me ask you, because I know after the first show in Vegas, right, You wound up having to shift a little bit to do different things outside of your.
Okay. All right. So we talk.
Let's talk about it.
All right. We can talk about this because I
It
was
helps
told
people grow because you grew.
Remember, I got to stand and O at the end of my set. Like the people stood up, was like, "Oh my God, it's great!" And I'm like, "Yeah." Everybody said, "Solley, you getting picked to do Sunday. You're getting picked. You're getting picked." I didn't get picked Sunday because I said two things in my thing that the people really didn't like. I said, pussy and dick. They didn't like
that.
But I love Cherie and I love Nyla because they pulled me inside and said, "You're funny. We're to pick you, but you need to try to remember you want to be on the Tonight Show. You want to be on that couch. You want to be able to go perform everywhere. You don't want to get yourself pigeonholed to as a certain comic." So I cleaned it up the next time, and I got booked at a couple of other places because I cleaned that up. And I had a couple of club owners that I was doing like, "Y'all not, I'm here. I did one show here, but you ain't calling me back." The people laugh. And then the club owner was like, "Oh, you cleaned that up. You need to do that." So I cleaned up my act a little bit. And the next thing you know, I started getting booked more for more shows. But if it was, I didn't take it as like, "Man, forget Cherie, forget Keenan, I'm gonna be me," and blah blah blah. I was like, no, I'm open for any constructive criticism, and I'm still allowed to be me. I was told very funny. The crowd loved you, but we ain't pick you because I don't like that. I don't like the N-word. Don't say the N-word. The dick and the pussy thing, which was funny because the way I said it is funny. I had people say the cleaning version is not as funny, but then I had people say they appreciate I clean it up. So you're always like, "Oh, which one I do?" So I'm gonna give my last secret up. I show up to the shows an hour early all the time.
Well, let's address this in the comment section, okay? Okay, so Glay says, didn't listen to me, but listen to strangers. And I felt that. You want to know why? Because some people will listen to strangers and not the people who say these things over and over. So I understand. So I felt this and I had to immediately address this comment. So thank you, Glay. Thank you.
Yeah, Glay. She was like, "You need to clean that up a little bit," because she's on that too. She's like, I was like, "No, I'm going to say what I want to say." But it wasn't that I was listening to strangers. I'm still going to be. There's still certain clubs I go to. I can still say that old thing. I still say the old way. But then I watch the crowd. I've learned to come to the shows early. I watch who's coming in. I ear hustle them while they're talking to their friends that they're walking through. And I kind of know how I'm going to run my set,
And the response from them when you get a personalized joke to somebody in the audience, the reaction that they have just affects everybody else, and you get a much better response, don't you?
Yeah. Hey, check the comments what Dad said. I told you she put it down there.
She said, "Thank you."
I have so much gratitude.
She said, "I have so much gratitude. Thank you, Solley, for referring me. And also thank you, Keenan Presents and Cherie and 360 Comedy for trusting me." No, it's huge to work with these people. Like, I can only
speak in the door now. She's in the door. She only can close the door in her face. Melissa, I mean to cut you off.
Yep. No, but I mean, when you meet people and you build relationships with people and you get to see all different kinds of comics, I think that's what's really important. Like through Keenan, there's so many different kinds of entertainers that we saw out in Vegas.
Yes.
That guy Scott Bluegrind, I follow him because he's very entertaining. Scott is
little Melissa, the Asian Melissa Malakaki. She killed it. Remember, she had the yellow dress on.
Yes.
Listen, she won and went on the next day. She came again, and she slayed again.
Mm-hmm.
and she's always at Levity Live in Ontario, California. She is blowing up
nice.
on herself. But we follow each other. She's again, I make those relationships with those people, and they're great. And seeing them again at a different Keenan show is great. So shout out to all the comics that have been on there. Stop clowning them. I tell people this: stop clowning and trying to say, well, Keenan didn't show up for the show. I'm like, hello, he works at SNL. It's SNL season.
The first time when we went out there,
he came.
It was at Laughing Stock. So that we didn't have that issue there, but it was the next one when we were at the Stress Factory that people were having an issue. But if you are if you are in this industry and you know how to read a room, you knew it wasn't anyone's fault. You know Keenan can't be at every show. And if you think Keenan's going to be at every show, then you need to sit with yourself a little bit and wonder why you think that. Like, he doesn't have something else to do. Like, so.
But he came to Vegas, remember? So they was like,
no. He came to Vegas, but I'm saying the one where we were at,
the comics were on stage.
The comics on stage were talking shit, and they were saying about how he wasn't there. And then the next day we were flying out to Vegas anyway. So, but we already knew Keenan was going to show up in Vegas. Like, that was a big event. Of course he's going to show up. It would only benefit everybody. And especially like getting to be hands-on with everyone, that's huge for everybody.
Right.
So it's like watching all of this transpire and seeing the haters, watching the people who said that it was bullshit. It makes me cackle because, see, I've only been in comedy. It was like not even 2 years when we were out in Vegas.
Right.
So like to be able to go through and get on Jimmy Kimmel's stage in Las Vegas after only doing this for a short time, for me, was huge. Even though a lot of people would never say that to me, I understand in myself that it's a big deal. It's a big deal to be around these people, because what people don't understand is you have to be able to get in the room. Most people can't even get in the room because they don't know how to have the conversations to open the door to get in these rooms.
You remember Jen K? Jen K.
Yes, Jen. Yep.
Listen, she is blowing up out there. She did Flappers. She's done Kimmel's again, I believe. And
I saw her post.
I want to say
Jamie Schreiner too. She cracks me up.
Listen, just getting to see them again and seeing opportunities, all the ones that was at Keenan, getting more opportunities. Even myself, I benefited from this. I benefited from doing his show. And the comics I've met, I found out that I got to keep writing. There's some funny people across America. But here's the thing, while we both did, y'all did, we did. We wanted to see if our jokes travel. Okay? Because people in Vegas are visiting from all over the country. So our audience wasn't Las Vegas locals. They were people from Ohio, Michigan, Midwest and Minnesota, Texas, Arizona. They came from all over. When I made those people laugh, I was like, okay, my jokes travel. I can tell my jokes across the country. That's all I wanted to know. And then when I did it again, this time I get voted to go on for extra minutes because I cleaned up my act. And I got myself on TV. So, and now they're doing a VIP type thing where they're kind of saying now the comics that they're going to put out are more, I don't want to say high quality, but you got to be funny now. You really have to be funny. Like the club want Keenan to start bringing people in funny. No more of this, open mic type thing. That's not good. Because you remember when we went, that one guy just walked off the stage. Like, how are you at Jimmy Kimmel's in the middle of just 2 minutes? You just be like, no one's, and he just walked off. Like, 3 people did.
That the guy that got 2 minutes and then he was done in like 45 seconds?
Yeah, he just couldn't. Some people crack under the pressure.
But like, so how do you? I just when we got the email that we were going, first of all, I was in like the parking lot of the bank and screaming like a lunatic that we were going out there. And I knew that 90 seconds was going to be like the biggest 90 seconds of my life at that moment. And people really didn't get it because they're like, oh, you're making a big deal over this for this. I'm like, do you know what 90 seconds can do for your freaking life? In front of a stage of people from all across the country that you have no idea who you're sitting in front of?
Sold out. Sold out.
Yeah, incredible. And like, just even to be able now, like anything I do, they're like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I do comedy. Where have you performed? Oh, I was just at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club with Keenan Presents. And then I go like this, I go, and then I go about my business. Because everybody's like, wait, what? Because it sounds surreal to people. To us, we're talking normal about it because it is normal. Because
we're out here hustling. You gotta
hustle. But to other people, it's not. You know.
Yeah. No, the cat.
You heard that?
Yeah. Part of the show.
She's trying to tell us it's 9:00. That's actually what she was, or 9:30.
but for right now, just the 3 years. And I'm doing Keenan in Vegas. I want Keenan to do it. If they do Keenan in Texas, or if they do Keenan in Arizona, they do it. I'm going to sign up for it. You're not guaranteed to get it, but I'm going to sign up for it. And I hope I get a residency out in Vegas. I'm hoping that soon I'll get my chance, you know, that they think I'm funny enough that they'll be like, yeah, let's send Solley out here because you could do more minutes. So they're cutting the comics down now to give more minutes. They're telling the comics now that you better be ready to do anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because the comedy clubs now, it's funny how Cherie and them and the comedy clubs are asking them to bring premium comics to the show now. They don't want, remember when we were there, we had like 20 comics on each show. They want them to cut that at least in half, right. And that's going to get halved. You know, so and they're getting they might do residencies in New Jersey now, in Atlantic City. They talking to a casino now to how they doing residency in Vegas. They're going to get residency in New Jersey. So now there's a chance for a comic to get 4 shows, get yourself paid, get you a room to perform in Atlantic City, which, you know, that's huge. You know, that's huge.
It's cool.
But this has been fun. This has been fun. I'm glad to see y'all still working. And the TMZ, congrats on that.
Thank you.
Keep doing it because this is what's going to happen for y'all. And I seen it. I said she's going to get over 1 million followers. Every club is going to call y'all to be in because they're going to know she's guaranteed to put 150 butts in the seat when she comes. She's going to be guaranteed to put 150 butts in
From your lips to God's ears, Solley. I hope I can pull 150 people in a spot. I hope everybody watching this
get 500,000 followers on this YouTube page and get 1 million followers on Instagram. See what happens.
I'm telling you, I know I already see big things because my thing was really this. So when I was getting ready to even do this podcast, I wanted to put the podcast on a billboard in Times Square. That was like my thing. I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it. I didn't wind up getting anybody to sponsor it, but I said, look how God works. Because God was like, Times Square billboard, nah. TMZ, here. Like, say less. Say less. Like, don't worry, gotcha. So that's why I'm like, you know, I know it's going to happen. It's just, this is for me, I've been in front of the camera, like in faces since like 2019 doing this. Comedy really was only the last couple years, but like comedy and being funny is who we are.
Right.
You know, like when you're already funny, you don't have to go learn comedy. You're already funny. Yes, you can always get better. You can always brush up what you're doing, your work. You can always do that. But when you're naturally gifted, comedy hits different. It's different when you're already a funny person.
Yeah, it's work. I tell people that you have to write every day. You have to, I say, film yourself at the open mic so you can see your presence, work on your presence, just swag with these young kids, whatever you have to do and then find out who you are on stage. What's your persona when you're on stage? And people say, do you really think Jim Carrey is Jim Carrey the way he is on stage? No, that's his persona that's up on the stage. Same thing. And remember Andy Kaufman? You think that whole thing, crazy shit he was doing was him, or only when he was going to hit the stage? You saw the crazy stuff he did, and he was very funny. And when he was off it, I heard he was nothing like it. So,
well, they say you're supposed to create an alter ego for yourself. So, like, at one point, I had planned to do this whole thing. I bought a book about it. I read about it, how to like set your person up, like a whole thing, made up a new name, sidebar, whole shit. But then I was like, you know what? I don't want to go on stage like that. I will never go on stage as somebody that I'm not. I'm like this on stage, off stage. It's the same.
I flip a little switch. I flip a little switch. It's different. I flip a little switch because it's something about when I hit that stage and I want that laughter. It's like crack.
Oh, I feel a switch.
No,
I feel a switch. I feel excited, but I just am. It's just I'm more me.
I just
in
want
my
to
like rawest form.
I want the people to feel like they got to know me when I'm on stage. That's all. So I flip the switch like, hey, come on in, y'all in my living room. Come on, sit down. We're gonna drink a little bit. You're gonna eat something. I'm gonna talk some shit here for a little bit and try to touch on some stuff that make you laugh, just everyday stuff in our lives as human beings, and try and show you where the funny is in that shit. You're like, like my favorite aunt passed away, and you could be like, man, I miss her so much and everything. And then the joke be, at least we don't have to eat her nasty ass cooking anymore. You know what I'm saying? So people like Solley. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm just saying, I love her, but food tastes like shit. So that's the joke. People are like, oh, and they clutch in their chest like, should I really laugh? Because I do have an aunt like that too. Can't cook. I love her to death though. But that's where the comedy comes in at. If I don't give you a piece of me, if I don't make you connect with me like in the first 10, 15 seconds, you know how it is to bomb. I bomb. Yeah. 5 minutes seem like 5 hours. You telling a joke, no laugh. You telling a joke, crickets. You telling another joke, you like, oh, this is not going well. Okay, I'm Solley Sellers. Thank y'all for coming out. It happens,
So let's tell everybody where we can find you. Like, what's your socials? Is everything the same? It's Solley Sellers Jr. across the board?
Across the board. Solley Sellers Jr. Facebook, Solley Sellers Jr. TikTok, Solley Sellers Jr. on Instagram. And I want to get them Instagram follows up, okay, people? I'm stuck at this 1,800 followers. I'm like, come on, man. I need 500,000 followers. And then those clubs will call me.
Do you have a YouTube or no?
Not yet, but I'm working on YouTube.
Work on that. That's important. That is important. The YouTube shorts, especially with your little videos that you do. Mm-hmm. My daughter she's got up to like over 1,000 followers, and it's just from the shorts. So if you start a YouTube and start posting, do that.
Shorts. And now I understand. I'm an old guy. They like algorithm. What's that? A drink? What is it? Algorithm's a drink.
Don't worry. I'll talk to you about
post at this time. Don't post at that time. And
no, you post whenever you post whenever you need to post. Don't listen to what these people are telling you. They're liars. I'm telling you because I hear people telling, oh, you got to post at 12 and 2 and 11 and 4. No. You post when you post from your heart.
Right. Glade, Melissa's acting like she's want to take your place. I don't know.
What?
I'm saying you act like you want to take Glade's place. So I might have a manager closer to me now.
Oh, shit. No, don't make her mad at me. We just made friends, me and Glade. Don't do that.
Nah, no, I'm kidding. She know I'm kidding. Nobody can take Glade's place. She came around in my life on a serious note that I was like really down and out. And she saw me post something on Facebook, and I hadn't seen her basically since we graduated high school. And she called me and she was like, yo, you okay? Are you all right? And I have people that know me for years. She hasn't seen me since like 1987. I think I bumped into her on the street. She ain't seen me 19, but she saw what I typed in Facebook and hit me on Facebook messages like, yo, what's going on? What's the problem? So no, nobody's taking her place. She pulled me out of a dark spot.
That's cool. It's important to have people like that in your life.
Yeah. So this is why I know I'm supposed to be doing the comedy, because everything else I was doing was kind of not really working. And
not working out.
Not working. And then I did the comedy. Then I had the gastric bypass. And then I lost that 165 pounds, you know, and she's been around. So when I did the comedy, she gave me the notes. She was like, yo, you're not bringing that energy on stage like you should, blah, blah, blah. You're not doing this, you're not doing that. And, you know, if it's meant to be, it's me. She prays. She sends me little prayers in the morning and stuff. So, no, Glade knows she not.
Really nice. That's nice. That's important.
Just let a little personal note get out there, people. Yeah, I was down and out. Like, I wanted to punch out. It kept me from punching out. You know? So
I'm glad you didn't.
I use all that trauma and stuff that made me want to just say, fuck this shit. Let me get off this planet to bring that in the comedy. Like, you know what? Life ain't really that serious, but it is, but it shouldn't be that serious. You laugh. Start laughing. Yep. That's why I said comedians are needed now more than ever. Fuck all that cancel this person, cancel that person. We need to laugh. Get over yourself. It's a joke, lady. It's a joke. It's always some woman too. Oh my God, how could you say it? It's always a woman want to combat you after she had like 4 or 5 drinks because she too scared to tell her husband who smacks her around to shut up. Now you getting bold with me, lady. Why you say something? I keep it 100. I keep it 100. Why you yelling at me? Yell at that boyfriend sleeping with your sister. Why you mad at me? you mad at me on stage because I think a joke?
Even go sleep with the sister, so she can't say anything.
No, she yelling. These women, there's always some woman yelling at a comic on stage. It's like, really?
I've been yelled at by a male comic on stage. I had a male comic actually like be very disrespectful to me on stage. He was disgusting. Like, what a loser, but whatever. Yeah. No, but women are just as bad. Everybody, if people learned how to act and behave, they'd be fine. Both sexes, everybody'd be okay.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's not even a vulgar joke. You could say something about a dog. How could you say that about the dog? I don't know, Fluffy. I don't know, really, dog. I don't feed Fluffy. I don't walk Fluffy. Why are you mad? I just talked about a random dog, you know?
Well, I put up a post one time about like people that they let their dogs like lick their face after they lick their ass, and people went wild. Like people were so annoyed.
Is that considered ass to mouth now? That's to me. That's
yeah. Like, I'm sorry if you're letting your dog lick its ass and then lick your face. That's gross.
Mm-hmm. And how long before the dog licking their ass before the dog go? This tastes like shit.
Stupid.
Before the dog stop licking their ass and be like, it's shitty down here. Yeah, dog, you just licking shit and you licking your own ass. Which if I could do, I would never leave the house.
Oh my God. So it's about, what time is it? It's 9:45. So we got to wrap up. But so we're gonna do TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Solley Sellers Jr.
Yep.
Your next show is the Atlanta show?
No, I am.
Plug everything. Plug what you got the stand coming, so plug that.
This Saturday, the 18th, 6 p.m. I'm at the stand in New York. All right, with a host of funny comics, and it's in front of the talent agents that's going to be there, and a chance to maybe even win a residency at one of their clubs, many clubs they own. So I'm hoping I'm praying, I'm really hitting on that date. The energy and everything lands correctly, you know. And then the 23rd, January 23rd, I will be at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. The Keener Presents VIP comedy show, which will also be on Radiant TV. And then right now, I just found out March 8th. March 8th, I'll be at the Claridge Hotel and Casino. Well, they don't have the casino no more. The Claridge Hotel in Atlantic City with Matt Bridgestone's win $500 comic contest. So the first place winner gets $500.
Yeah, Matt was there. Matt hosted the first show that I was at. The we wound up performing at Laughing Stock. That's how I met Matt.
Right
out there. Mm. She got your next show on too. Yeah, but I'm not a professional. That's why I got it wrong.
So there you go,
Solley, I appreciate you.
Yes,
I appreciate you coming on. Thank you, and thank you everybody that came through to support Solley. That is huge, huge, huge. And thank you for sharing, because I can't remember who did share, but I know someone did share this. So thank you. Yeah. It's very appreciated. And we will be back next Thursday.
Right.
And I hope everybody has a great week. And Solley, thank you again.
Yes,
and I love you guys. Have a great night.
Hey, next time I see you, Melissa, I hope it's Melissa Washington. You know what I'm saying? Soon. Very soon.
I hope so too.
Maybe
you can't fuck that up. You can't fuck that up if it's Washington. You can't mess that up.
Oh, you can. You can.
Oh, all right. On that note, everybody, thank you for having me, and good luck with.
I'm gonna have to edit this whole video now. I'm gonna download it and edit it.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.
Have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.